This is Kolhapur, a bustling city where everyone is caught up in their daily routines. And nearby, there are areas where a similar hustle and bustle goes on, yet no one notices. It is a piece of barren land baking in the hot sun of the summer, apparently devoid of any life. A place that never attracts the attention of the common man. Why should it? There is nothing of interest or natural beauty to see here. Only industries and highways with zooming traffic. The summer is a season of scorching sun, and as the famous song says, only mad dogs and Englishmen would be out in such heat, which is not entirely true about the hero of our story, the fan-throated lizard, who is neither a mad dog nor an Englishman, but he is the king of the barren land. Barren is a word only in our minds, not true for nature. This barren land is close to the city, and it is humming with activity, but of a different kind. All manner of living things inhabit such areas, and we don't even know it. The nests and eggs of the yellow-wattled lapwing, so perfectly camouflaged with the soil and rocks. The lizards, snakes, insects are all the invisible inhabitants. It is not just the evergreen forests that are rich in biodiversity, but these open grasslands also have unique ecosystems. Such grasslands are commonly seen in the Kolhapur, Sangli, Satara, and Solapur districts. Let's explore the uniqueness of this landscape, which harbors birds of prey such as pallid harrier, Montague's harrier, and kestrel. Typical grassland birds are the ashy-crowned finchlark, rufous-tailed lark, and red-wattled lapwing. Reptiles include lacertids, skinks, and snakes. India has a rich diversity of lizards found from the ground level to high canopies, such as the common garden lizard, forest calotes, gliding lizards, chameleon, and fan-throated lizards. Fan-throated lizards are found in barren landscapes. They have a unique combination of color and pattern that makes them indistinguishable from their surroundings. Interestingly, it mimics the saw-scaled viper, a venomous snake and cohabitant. One of the striking features in these lizards is an extendable, brightly colored dewlap on the throat of the males, which they use during mating ritual displays, hence its name, fan-throated lizards. Until recently, only one genus and 2 species of fan-throated lizards were known from India. But recently, a new genus and 5 new species of fan-throated lizards have been described. The fan-throated lizards from parts of Maharashtra and Karnataka with brightly colored dewlaps now belong to a new genus Sarda and the others to the genus Sitana. The grasslands near Kolhapur are one of the few places where two different species of fan-throated lizards coexist, one with the coloured dewlap Sarda darwini and another much smaller Sitana laticets with a whitish dewlap, a very rare instance of its kind. March to June is their breeding season and they are most active then. The blistering sun and hot winds do not hamper these lizards. Like tigers in the jungles, the male fan-throated lizards have their own territory and they move around it, displaying their dewlaps. The males acquire an elevated position on rocks or small shrubs and start displaying their dewlaps to attract the females. They begin this display in the morning and become very active as the day progresses. When a female is spotted, the male rushes towards her, increasing the intensity of the display, many a times standing on his hind legs and tail, showing his brightly colored dewlap and colorful belly to prove that he is the right choice. Sometimes another male enters its territory. It leads to a tussle between the two. They both try hard to prove their strength. It starts with a display of crests on their necks and backs by arching their bodies, much like the initial jousting between two wrestlers. If the intruder male continues to approach, then the territorial male dashes towards him to chase him away. Usually the weaker male runs away. But if both are equally strong, then it leads to a ferocious fight where both of them try to bite or push each other away. Sometimes these fights are deadly and lead to death. Though fully engaged in the activities, these lizards are very cautious. Sensing danger, mostly from the approaching birds of prey, they immediately take refuge in the crevices under the rocks. And when the danger is gone, they again resume their activities. Females are comparatively calm and not concerned with the male antics. To avoid the heated rocks and soil, these lizards sometimes stand on their claws, and the females especially take refuge under rocks or on bushes. When no females are around, then the males do not spend any energy in displaying their dewlaps. If a female is not ready for mating or is unhappy with the approaching male, she arches her body, showing her reluctance to mate. And if the male still approaches, she sprints away from his territory. This habitat is full of gravel and is rocky with very little topsoil, so plant growth is very scanty here. But among the few plants, the beautiful blue-flowered Evolvulus alsinoides creeping along the ground and the small dark pink-colored Carluma adscendensa herbs flourish here. Most of these grasslands are slowly disappearing due to urbanization, industrialization, small-scale mining, and conversion to agricultural land. Development is essential, but it should be in tune with nature and not at the cost of natural resources. Back into the field at sundown, the lizards again become active and start feeding on small insects. And sometimes its own caste. Birds like the ashy-crowned sparrowlark and rufous-tailed lark accompany them in this feeding frenzy. Females mate with the strongest and most eligible male. And after a few days, when she is ready, she finds a good place, digs a small pit, lays her eggs and covers this pit. After incubation, these eggs hatch by the onset of the monsoon. The rain welcomes the new generation of lizards, unnoticed by the so-called apex species Homo sapiens, and with the fresh, cool showers, a new life begins.